when I started.
Hello.
When,
Thank you for coming to the Chestnut Grove Elementary School Oral History Project, funded by the Conservation Fund. I thank you for coming to join me today. And can I please ask you to state your name and tell me what schools that you went to?
I went to Chestnut Grove, Shirley Ramseur, and I went to school at Chestnut Grove. Then I went to Unity High School, and then I went 1 year at Mitchell College.
So what was like a typical day? Do you remember like when you first got to school, were there chores that you all did or what types of things did you do before you went to your classes? What
Well,
about lunch? Did you have a lunchroom or did you bring lunch? What was the day like
brought lunch
here?
from home most of.
You brought your lunch from
Yeah,
home?
and they opened those, had doors like a accordion. They'd open them up in the morning. We'd all both I do the two rooms. We'd all saying good morning to you, and, and all that. And then when they got ready to close the doors to separate the rooms, like I said, I was 5 years old. I grabbed the hold trying to pull the door back shut,
Mm.
and I couldn't shut it by myself. And they say to Murdoch Water and laid me one across my back and let them big boys shut the door. And J. Kelly Morrison and somebody else, Whit Fensters, I believe was, but and they all laughed at me and I cried because they were laughing at me. But anyway, we all grew up together and went to school together. But somewhere along the line, I got ahead of them. They come ahead of me. I think they failed in about the fifth grade, I believe, fourth or fifth grade one, they failed. And I went on to high school, and whenever we had to take, required for us to take 1 year foreign language, and it was either Spanish or French. And I told them, well, I'm not going to Spain or France or what, I'll just take French. And I did. And I didn't try to learn a whole lot. I knew how to say, good morning and goodbye. I knew how to order something, go food. And then after I went through basic training at Fort Jackson, then they sent me to Fort Gordon, Georgia, for military police training. And then after that, they sent me to Fort Dix, New Jersey for a week. And then I put me on the plane. First plane ride was from Augusta, Georgia to New Jersey. And then from New Jersey, I went to Newfoundland, filled up the gassed up, and then we left that with the, let's see, I believe it was, oh, I can't think of the name now. But anyway, stayed there for enough to gas up, and went on into Germany. And then they put us on a bus and sent us out to France. And then we
Is there
stayed there I stayed there about 18 months and then got a chance to come home. But what made me mad, the guys I went through training with, basic training, uh, military police training, they all got their orders and had getting ready to go out. Well, I was driving at that time. Instead of walking carrying a gun on guard duty, I had a pistol on my side driving a Jeep. And they got their orders and they always waving at me. I said, well, you got a French name, they're going to keep you over here. The day they left, got on the bus and left, going in to catch the train to go to Bremerhaven, I believe it was, to catch a ship to come to the States. My orders come in. I just got in the bed. The guy come up there and said, they want you at the huddle room. I said, for what? He said, I don't know. They just told me to come up here and get you. I got up, went out, and he said, when you get off duty? I said, 8 o'clock this morning. He said, when you supposed to go back? I told him midnight. He said, well, somebody else have to take your place at midnight. He said, the orders come. He said, you got to clear post today. He said, I don't know how it got mixed up, but said, you got to clear post today. Well, I forgot about being sleepy. I went around and cleared everything. And then the next day we got paid. It was on a Saturday. When I got up Saturday, and went to lunch, I believe it was, or sometime I come back. The guy that slept under the bottom bunk, we had put somebody else in it. I slept on the top bunk. They said, we're going to have to use your bunk. So the guy just come in. I said, well, where am I going to sleep? He said, oh, we'll find a place for you. Well, I had a friend from Baltimore. He slept on the top bunk beside me. And he said, I got to go on duty tonight. Said, you can lay on my bunk. And I don't get in it. Said, just lay on it and cover up with your overcoat. I said, okay. So that's what I did. And then that next day, they put me on a bus and carried me to, let's see, Barley Duke, I believe it was. And then I got on the train and went on into France. I mean, Paris.
Okay.
And got there and they told me just have a seat. There's somebody else coming. So they put all this together. And we got on the bus and went to the airport. And we had to take our the baggage, little handbag, we had to carry it, but the other one, they put it up under the baggage compartment. We left Paris and went to Scotland, I believe it was, and then they served the plane, and then we come into Newfoundland, and there was snow on the ground, and they were cleaning the runway, and we had in a holding area for about maybe a half hour. Then time we got in, and they serviced the plane, we got into the Trenton. They put us in one half ton. They carried us to the train station. Put us on the train, headed south, and we rode all day. Got into Fort Jackson at night, and we had to stay there just about all week, and then they let us go.
Okay.